Biomarkers are a relatively newer, a newer tool in the diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease. Historically, the true diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease has been using a post-mortem brain autopsy. And we've tried to get at ways to understand the progression of Alzheimer's disease before someone passes away, and we've used functional and cognitive assessments. And recently, we've had a lot of focus on biomarkers, which are measures of the amount or state of something in your body. This can be through your blood, a PET scan, and they measure certain proteins. These are ways at getting a more uh, objective or sensitive way of measuring Alzheimer's disease progression.
Craig, from looking at it from that pharmaceutical lens and that part of your history, how do you think this is going to be exciting for the drug development part of the world?
Well, I think there's several different areas that we can look to. At the end stage, we might think about greater opportunities for regulatory approvals, greater confidence in the research. Payers may be more accepting of results if they have greater confidence in the diagnosis, greater risk benefit profiles if we're very sure that the patients we're enrolling in our trials or treating with our drugs truly have the disease. So that's kind of at the end of the process. What our current research focuses a lot on is at earlier stages of the research process. By having these biomarkers, which we can gather now in a cheaper, easier fashion, more cost effective, more time efficient, it opens the door for alternatives in clinical trial design and clinical trial analysis, such as getting earlier reads on dose response, better abilities to pick the optimum dose for later phase research. And so by putting these pieces together, we can optimize the early phase research, which sets the stage for more convincing and compelling late stage research. And it's the marrying together of the biomarkers, the design, and the analysis, which together makes a compelling picture. But it all starts with the biomarker. If we've got the right assessment to ensure patients have the disease, and if we have a cost-effective and cheap way to monitor the disease more rapidly than the relatively blunt cognitive assessments, then we're going to have greater confidence in our results. We're going to get those results cheaper and in a more time-efficient manner. That's going to help everybody in the field. And eventually, we're not sure which drugs are going to eventually be successful. But what we are sure of is that if we've got better tools to assess the disease and diagnose the disease, we're going to have a better chance to come up with meaningful new treatments that will truly change a person's long-term prospects with Alzheimer's disease.